Oh man, China got LeBron James shook up, my nigga. I seen this shit. I was chilling and Dev sent the text through, and I was at my phone, and I seen this nigga LeBron James, man. Yo, LeBron's playing this smart. To be honest, LeBron is playing this smart, and I think a lot of people are upset at what LeBron James said. A lot of people, basically, what he said was that he basically just felt like, Morey shouldn't have said anything. He's like, Daryl Morey doesn't know enough about the situation. Maybe he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? LeBron basically felt like, yo, man, you're fucking up the bag. Long story short, he basically said Daryl Morey was fucking up the bag, right? He was talking about people's families being hurt. All right. Because we know, China ain't gonna go out here and off no fucking NBA players, right? He ain't, come on, son. This is not like the 1972 New York Mafia that's running the Chinese government. I mean, unless you're like a Uyghur or some shit, but we off that. We're not even talking about that. That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about NBA players, right? I think LeBron sees. Here's the thing, right? Nike gave LeBron $1 billion. Can we say that? We're going to just say that they at least gave him $1 billion, lifetime deal. No one thinks it's less than $1 billion, so whatever. Private deal. I think it kind of goes under the radar because even if that is the case, I still wouldn't make LeBron, from my understanding, the richest athlete in the world because of Tiger Woods, because of Michael Jordan, and they're just constant, money making machines and just the bigger businesses that they set up, right? Because even though LeBron and to us got a bill from Nike, we got to understand that came at a time when Nike stock was very low. Nike was really afraid of what Adidas was going to be doing with Kanye. Not that what Adidas and Kanye has done has slowed down at all or cooled off. It's just that that newness feeling of it, the scariness of what that meant for Nike it's way different now, right? So Nike, you know what I'm saying, probably gave LeBron $1 billion. We're just going to stay there. We're just going to say that. If anybody knows differently, send me the info. I'm good. We're here for that. But I don't think so. I mean, let's just stick with that. So the thing about it is though, and I think we all know this too, right? If you pay attention to sneakers or basketball, just either one, LeBron's kicks is not necessarily that popping, right? He got some hot ones, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then there's some shit that pops up on Hypebeast that people really care about. But as far as sneakers that every sneakerhead has to have, no one ever said, yo, you gotta have LeBrons. Ever. Never. So it's cool and shit. It's a good shoe. There's certain shoes that have popped off that have been important, that have been ill. I'm not seeing that you know what I'm saying? You're not looking like you out here wearing fucking, I don't know, Allbirds or some shit, or if you rocking LeBron shit, but it's good. It could be an ill fit. You could get your fit off with that shit, but these shits ain't Jordans. These shits ain't Yeezys. I think KD probably has a better selling shoe than LeBron does. A lot of people like KD's more. I could go down the list of not necessarily amazingly popping shoes that might even be more popping than LeBron's literal sneakers, right? His whole line. And I think that that's fine. But it does make me think that if Nike put $1 billion into LeBron, it's not about what LeBron could bring back necessarily through his own sales of shit, right? I think it's more about the fact that he's LeBron James, greatest player in the world. If he went anywhere else, it would look wild. And Nike has had years where they didn't have Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Nike didn't have Allen Iverson. And that shit definitely does hurt Nike. If you imagine Allen Iverson's career, but he played for Nike, bro, oh my God. That shit is so iconic that it's incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, Nike has to deal with the fact that, you know, the greatest footage probably of Allen Iverson's career was him crossing up Jordan while Jordan was wearing Nikes. He was wearing Jordans. And AI was crossing them up. He sauced them up. Right? AI was not a Nike like athlete. That to me, and I just think that for the vibe that Nike tries to have, that's sustained. You know what I'm saying? All the years where Kobe wasn't on Nike, that's sustained. You feel me? And it's not even that the Adidas Kobe's were iller, but he was on Adidas for a shorter amount of time. So those shoes are now considered more rare and special. You see the way history has a funny way of playing itself? So I think that Nike is not necessarily like doing that, like getting LeBron on their team forever just because of the units it moves. I think this is more of a tactic to make sure that they could get like, you know, whoever fucking, I don't even know if he's a Nike athlete, but like Zion Williamson, right? Like if you Zion and you want to be like LeBron and you want to be like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Even Converse is owned by Nike. You want to be like Magic. You want to be a part of that history now. So it's a smart way to play it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a damn shame that they can't say the same thing about like Iverson. And it's like, obviously y'all can tell I'm, you know, I guess I'm team Nike, whatever. That shit don't really mean that much to me. I have Adidas and shit. I don't really care that much. I have mostly Nikes though. So I guess my, you know, just based off data, yes, that's my quote unquote team. Whatever. So I say all that to say, why the fuck am I talking about Nike so much, right? I'm still talking about LeBron and China. That's the whole thing. Nike definitely told LeBron, like, yo, man, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up for us, man. We got a lot of money to make in China. You feel me? And probably more money to make than we make in the US, to keep it G. Talking about fucking over 1 billion people in one country, man. The NBA can't lose that. And the face of the NBA right now is LeBron James. It don't even matter if he's on the decline or not. He's still the face of the NBA. He's the face of the NBA and he's the face of Nike. So when LeBron James basically insinuates that niggas is fucking up the bag, man, that means a lot. Because I mean, the NBA has a strong players union. Like, these niggas talk. These niggas fuck with each other. Like, across teams, like, these niggas actually communicate. This shit's not like the NFL. So, if LeBron says that, fucking LeBron means it. And that's probably more the vibe between players than not. So, I think even though from the outside, you know, people are pretty upset, they feel like, yo, players should be able to speak their mind. It seems like niggas might not want to speak their mind about this. And I'm not saying that that's wrong or right. It's hard for me to judge somebody when I'm totally not in their shoes. This is exactly the same thing I'm saying with the whole 6ix9ine thing. Like, to all my people, like I said, who listen to this, who like work at Atlantic, work at Empire and shit, like, my nigga, I'm not judging y'all if y'all did that, because I'm not in your shoes. Like, I'm not working at a label and I have this like fucking, like, you know what I'm saying, golden goose slide in front of my table, carved, landed on my plate, and I'm telling you not to eat. You can eat, nigga. I'm just here to just talk about what I see and guess, because a lot of y'all niggas don't put the right information out, and even when y'all do put information out, I don't trust these media sources. I'm supposed to trust hot news, hip hop. That's what I'm supposed to trust. I'm supposed to fucking trust DJ Booth. Like, who am I supposed to trust? I'm supposed to trust Baller Alert. You know what I'm saying? I don't even trust NBA. I don't trust anybody because everybody has their own motive and their own story and their own narrative to get out. So all I could do is kind of piece together from like the small bits of truth that might leak through the cracks through y'all press releases. So I'm not judging because like I said, I don't work for the NBA. I'm not an NBA player. I'm not on the staff of any team. I'm not a coach. But from what I see, I just think it's super interesting. And I just think that I've talked about this before, yo. There are certain times when we start to say things like, oh, players have an opinion. Players have the right to talk. oh yeah, but like, do they want to talk about this, or do they want us to stop talking about this so that they could go and get the bag and just like feed their families and shit? I don't know, but it seems like it's the latter. It seems like they would rather not necessarily talk about this, that niggas would rather move on. And that, like, what Daryl Morey did was actually bring up something that even if niggas felt like that, and they wanted to, like, donate to the cause or support low key, now niggas can't even do that, right? So, like, sometimes, yo, like, going extra out there, it really doesn't help anybody. So that's my take on that. And like I said, I don't know anything y'all don't know. So if y'all find out something that I don't know, please fucking tell me. Like, I keep up with these stories as well as I can through my fucking busy ass life as it is, so I can come and talk to y'all about it. Just based off what I see, I'll tell you what, I just from the like multiple times, I probably go to China once or twice a year, like once every 6 months or something like that. From what I've seen, Chinese people fucking love the NBA. They love the NBA more than they love soccer. And I feel like I've been going there consistently for like 10 years. And it's been amazing to watch Chinese people fall in love with basketball. And it's been really amazing to watch Chinese people fall in love with hip hop. And I've seen it. And now the two biggest things in Chinese culture are basketball and hip hop. And like, that's how I fucking grew up in New York. Like, that's how I grew up. So, like, when I see that happen, I actually really appreciate it. And so, I guess I do understand why this is such a big deal in their culture. These NBA players are probably the freest people that most, like, young Chinese people, like, really just get to see out there and, like, speak their mind. And, like, you know, like, that shit has a big impact. What these niggas say and the things that they think. If anyone could like possibly stir some sort of like real rebellion in like a country like that, probably is an athlete. And we've seen this before. This is why Muhammad Ali was so powerful, right? Sure. But it's just interesting to note it was not the players who spoke up. It was a manager. It was a GM. So I think that that's just like really interesting. Like, if it's about the players, if it's about, you know, free speech for them, then and I get it. But, you know, a GM is a really different thing. I don't think you get a job of being a GM to just speak about shit freely. And if you want to speak about shit, like I said, listen, Mr. Houston Rockets, you're in the state of Texas. 2 cops shot 2 different black people unarmed in their own homes. You got other things you could tweet about. You got other shit you could speak your mind about. So, you know, let's make sure we focus at home too. And I think, if LeBron basically, I think if LeBron would have went out there and been like, shouts out to Daryl Morey. He spoke his mind for us. He said some real shit that we all been thinking about. And he was brave. I think I would feel completely different about this. The fact that LeBron feels like he's fucking up the bag, I don't know. I'm going to trust the players more than I trust the GMs. That's just me. I understand it goes both ways, but I don't see why LeBron's not in a position where he has to like kiss ass. He don't have to kiss Daryl Morey's ass. He has nothing. He has no reason to do that. So I think the fact that he decided like, nah, that's not what I'm fucking with. It's pretty interesting. Says a lot.